Yo, yo, yo. What up, everyone? I like literally opened a drink and it like splashed in my face. So right when the stream started, I was wiping it from my face. I am listening to another YouTube video right now. Let some of y'all get up in the stream and then I'll chit chat. I'll tell y'all about my day. I mean, it wasn't really a bad day. What up, Rob? They got me, Rob. Finally. I'm surprised it took this long for my bike to get jacked. Yeah, I guess I have been having bad luck with this bike. You're right about that. There's lots of truth to that. I've had nothing but bad luck. Nothing but bad luck with this bike. So, therefore, I'm about to switch some things up. It is freaking, it's warm, yo. It's so warm, yo. I was just having too much fun on the bike, yo. They just took it from me. I'm gonna let some people join the stream. And then I'll talk about it really fast. So, I already know that it was gonna get stolen because it's just a numbers game. Like, it's just a numbers game, you know? In certain places, bikes get stolen all the time. Okay. I'm just eating like this vegan chicken burger. Okay, so this is what happened. I was at Target at 4th and Mission, and it's just like right there on the corner. There's usually like cop cars parked there. There's usually cars parked there all the time and stuff. And there's like 5 bike racks. And I had the bike there locked up. And I like ran in Target. I was in Target for like less than like 5 minutes. Like I was in and out like super fast. And I came back out and it was gone. You know, so like I asked the cop, because there's like multiple cops there. I was like, you know, you think like we can like look at the video? And they're like, you have to file a police report, you know? So I thought I could file one online, but I can't. So I'm gonna go to the police station really early tomorrow and file one. So maybe they can look at the footage. What I'm thinking that it could have been, I'm thinking of, I was at Target earlier today before the bike was stolen, at the same Target, parked the bike in the same place. And when I had the bike there was a guy sitting like right next to the bike. And I looked down on his phone and he was looking at electric bikes online. Like he was looking at electric bikes and he was so close to my bike, he was obviously checking it out, you know what I mean? And like I totally noticed like his phone. And, you know, I didn't think much of it because I was thinking like, you know, this is a really busy block. Like a lot of places are really dead in SF. But this block, like there's always people on this block because like Target's right there. And there's always like people coming in and out. And there's always like cars stopping at that Chipotle, you know, going in and out. So like, it's kind of like, there's always people at Target smoking cigarettes right there on that corner. There's like that Starbucks that just opened today. And then the Starbucks across the street that's been open like a couple weeks. So it's kind of like a lot of action in that area, you know. But they don't care. Like they really don't care in SF. Like they'll just steal that shit like in front of anywhere. Like honestly, like if it was locked up there and it got stolen, there's basically nowhere in the city where it can be locked up, unless there's like literally like a security guard like standing outside, and then it would be safe. But if it got stolen on that block, where there's always people walking by, it's just not safe anywhere. And now I've just sort of made the decision of just not having a bike in San Francisco because, like I say, if it got stolen on that block, it can get stolen on any block because that's a very busy block. And it's like, okay, well, all right, okay, I'll drive a car now, you know? Because I'm going to tell you something. Like, I don't think the city is going to go back busy anyway, so I might as well drive a car. I mean, I might as well drive a car because, like, I really don't think the city's going to be busy again. Like, no, I don't think it's going to be like it was. Because they're not opening anything up anytime soon, you know? And even once they do open things back up, look at some of these other places that are open back up. Like in Texas and stuff like that, in Georgia. Everything's open, but people aren't going. So, like, it's gonna be the same thing here, you know? So I'm like, well, so what? I'll just drive a car, you know? And if I drive a car, I can do things like leave the city. Because I literally haven't left the city because I didn't want to get on the train to leave the city. And it's also like, you know, like taking the bike there is like, I don't want to like take the bike to Oakland and then I just want to chill in Oakland and then I got to worry about the bike. But then I don't want to just like go to Oakland and then not have the bike. But then going to Oakland in a car is just like, it's like normal, you know what I mean? It's like, we just go and drive and like get out the car and just do our thing, you know? Like, let me read some of these really fast. Yeah, it's probably someone that follows me that stole that joint. I don't even trip. It didn't get stolen in the TL though. No, I think it's stolen in the TL. Like, I'm gonna tell like it's certain like people that steal bikes in the city is not the people in the TL, yo. Those people don't steal bikes. It's other people in the city that steal bikes. Because you gotta think about the people that sell bikes and you gotta think about the people that have bikes. Okay? It's not really TL people because TL people are so fucked up that they can't even be on a bike usually. Or they're selling drugs or they're like smoking or like TL people aren't on bikes. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is, you know? In the lock, it doesn't matter what type of lock that you have. If they can use an angle grinder that can fit into a backpack, and it can cut any type of lock. Now there is a difference. If you have a chain, it's gonna be harder for them to cut it, but they can still cut it. But it's gonna take them a little bit longer. But it doesn't matter what type of lock you have. I don't care if it's like a $500 lock, they can cut through it, yo. Like they can for real cut through it. Oh, that's Alex. No, it was locked at it was locked at it wasn't it was locked at a bike spot. It wasn't attached to a fence or a pole. You spent longer than average there. No, I was in there like I was in and out like super fast, yo. Like I was in and out like super fast, and they like jacked that shit. But you know, I'm not tripping because I'm just gonna drive a car now, like for a little bit. And who knows? I'll probably go to LA. Like I'll probably like with a car, I definitely won't be working the same area that I'm working. Like, I'm just gonna be working other parts of the city now. Just because I got a car, you know? I'm not just stuck downtown on a bike. So it's gonna work kind of cool in my favor. And then also, oh no, I'm not upset at all. I'm just like, whatever, I'm just chilling. Like, cool. That bike paid for itself like multiple times, you know? It sucks to lose it, you know? But like, I was already gonna buy another one anyway, you know? And it's crazy, like, I was gonna buy one and then now this one got jacked. I don't have any moderators, Alex. What are you talking about? How they block you from... How they block you? Y'all block Alex up in here? Oh, you coming to, Oh, dang, I don't see it, Alex. I don't know how they do it, because I for sure didn't do it. There go Alex. Yo, what's up? It's Janice Ellis. What's up, mama? My mama is in this live stream. Is that you? Who account you using? That's crazy. You're using Tammy account? Yeah, I can see your comment now. I don't know what happened. Yeah, the bike sucks because I like that bike. But it had a bunch of miles on it, you know? I had just tightened the brakes too. And the battery on that bad boy was completely dead. Because what I was gonna do was I had just got done riding like 20 miles around the city and I was tracking like my mileage. And the battery was like dead. And I picked up that Target delivery. And the Target delivery was literally going by my house. So what I was gonna do was ride the bike down there with the dead battery, pick up the order, and then go by the house, switch out the batteries. That's what I was gonna do. So the battery is completely dead. But he got like the newest battery. The other battery I have is the older one. Yeah, I still do TaskRabbit. Yeah, I do all of them, you know. Can't smoke right now because mama in the building. No, I don't have GPS on it. I guess I should have had GPS on it, right? A lot of people on my Facebook are telling me that. They're like, you should have had GPS. And I'm like, hey, it's too late now. You know, maybe I shouldn't have locked it outside. The cops told me I should have brought it in the store. And I'm like, brought it in the store? Well, it sucks, but I'm not really tripping. I mean, oh well. I mean, it did have a bunch of miles on it, you know. Yeah, it's probably someone who drives. Someone just posted on Facebook. It's probably someone who drives around in a U-Haul truck, and that could be very true, you know. Because with a U-Haul truck, you can block one side of it. You know, like if there's people on that side of the street, you know, you can pull up the truck and block it. Like people in the city, it's all like organized crime. Like it's people that they do it over and over. And that's why, like, I'm not really tripping. But TaskRabbit deleted my account. Why? Were you just not active? And you just fixed that flat. I did just fix the flat, yo. I did just fix that freaking flat. Freaking dipshit stole my bike after I did all that. Alright, it's cool. I mean, it's cool. Like, I'll just do different stuff tomorrow. I'll go to different places. You know what I should have did? Alex was telling me that I should have got a disc brake lock. Now, a disc brake lock could have worked great if if they were trying to cut it and ride away with it, because that's what happens a lot of times. They'll like, it may be two of them, and one will take your bike, and then the one will jump on your bike and ride away, and the other one will ride away on their bike. Or you'll see them with two bikes. And when you see them with two bikes, usually what they're doing is, they got something in their backpack. They just stole the bike, with that thing, and then they jump on one and they're riding away. Like, whenever I see someone riding with two bikes and they look like suspect and they got a backpack on, it just makes me wonder, like, I mean, could they have possibly just stole that other bike with like an angle grinder in their backpack, But like, once again, like, I try not to like profile people, but somebody's doing it, because there was people on that block, or maybe right at that time it wasn't people on that block. You told me last week my e-bike was gonna get stolen. Well, you probably stole it then. Did you steal it? Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, but I don't. These loud sirens, it won't work in the city, yo. I'm telling you, they will not work in the city. The reason why the sirens won't work in the city, the lime bikes and the juice bikes, they all have sirens on them. Not the juice bikes, but the lime bike. No, not the lime bikes, but the lime scooters. They have sirens on them. And when they go off, yeah, like, people, they sort of look, but like, they don't pay any attention. And if someone's stealing your bike, if they're stealing your bike with an angle grinder, the angle grinder is going to be much, much louder than that sound on the beep, 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 beep. The angle grinder is going to be much louder than that. So it's not going to make a difference. Yeah, people are afraid to say things when there's a thief around. Go check Embarcadero by the ferry building in Plaza. I've like went a lot of places around the city and checked. There's so many freaking bikes in so many different places, yo. Oh my gosh, like, it was this one place I went to, and this guy like literally had just bikes stacked up on top of each other. And I'm just wondering, like, I just wondered where he got all these bikes from, Because if he's homeless, think about it. Think about it, guys. I'm not trying to say that this guy stole this bike, that this guy stole all these bikes. But just think about it. You're homeless. You lost your place. And you have 30 bikes outside of your tent. Now, I'm not saying he stole them, Maybe other people found the bikes. They just found all these bikes and they brought him the bikes. Now let me tell you something else about the tent, okay? Every couple weeks the city comes around and cleans the sidewalk so they make them move. So when they make them move, guess what? Majority of the stuff that's there, the city takes it and throws it away. Okay, they don't take all of the stuff. Like they just take like a few items in this. Siri just heard me. Yes. So like that happens. So like whenever I like when I saw that guy with all those bikes, and it wasn't just one guy with like lots and lots of bikes outside of a tent. It was like 7 locations that I went. Like literally, like 7 places that I went. You just see like lots and lots and lots of bikes. And you just wonder like, maybe he had a bike shop. You know, like I mean, I don't want to accuse the guy, you know, but maybe he had a bike shop, and instead of just selling all his bikes, he just thought that he would just keep them outside of his tent, you know, and then he just took parts off of his bikes. Maybe they're just all his bikes, you know, and maybe I'm just a bad person that just wants to falsely accuse someone, but something doesn't make sense here. I mean, that many bike shops haven't closed, you know, in the city. Like, I ain't no fool here. Like, motherfuckers jacking shit, yo. If I gotta offend you, I gotta offend you. Motherfuckers jacking shit around here. This is the democratic city. They get away with it. I mean, you can walk out the store with $500 worth of stuff, and the police won't even ask you for a driver's license, an ID. They won't ask you for anything. Like, they just take the things and tell you to leave and don't come back. And then you can come back the next day and do the same thing over again. And they're just going to tell you to leave again. Like, you just don't go to jail. So when it comes to bike theft, like, that's why people steal bikes all the time. Because they can just get away with it, you know? Yeah, they do it all the time, yo. Like, they do it so often that, like, I don't... I mean, I can't get mad at... I can't get mad that my bike got stolen. Like, I see people steal bikes all the time. Not that I see them steal bikes, but I see, like, cut locks on the ground, meaning that someone just got a bike stolen. And if I see that, that means that... And especially if I'm locking up my bike there, that means that my bike could get stolen from there because our bike just got stolen from there. You know? It's insane. I think the bike cost like... I would have to like add it up because I did get some different parts at different times. Yeah, they just don't do anything. Like, the cops don't do anything. Which is... It's kind of like if you know that the cops aren't going to do anything, it's almost like way less of... It's less... It's almost like what's really stopping people from going stealing shit? It's just people being honest. That's the only thing that's stopping people. Because like when I'm in Target, I see people shoplift all the time. Like I stopped filming people because I mean fucking people make me feel so bad, you know, talking about like, oh, you should just let those people steal stuff like they don't have money, you're humiliating them. I'm like, you can't even see their face, you know? But like you see some... It just happens all the time, you know, like... Oh, you're right. Bikes are probably really hot right now because... Oh, bikes are probably really hot right now because bike shops are sold out. So they can sell bikes on like They can sell bikes on like the internet and flip them really fast. I wonder how do you get another key for a rad power bike? It can't be too hard. It's got to be very simple to get another key. You know, it's only they probably have like maybe 20 different key types. You just have to match up the key. Well, like I shared it in quite a few Facebook groups, so I'm pretty sure that if anyone sees it online, it'll get back to me. It's kind of interesting. Like this one girl, someone posted this bike that someone posted this bike in like a Red Power Facebook group, and it was a bike being sold here in SF, and they were like, "This bike looks stolen because it's really cheap and they don't have the charger." And some girl commented on the post and was like, "Yo, that's my bike," and she actually ended up getting the bike back. And she said that they stole it like a few months ago and then they listed it online. So I guess they wanted it to cool off, you know, since it was hot, so they just parked it somewhere for a little bit. Oh, was that a gunshot? Hmm. I've been there that 100 times. That sucks, dude. Mountain bikes, ordinary bikes, man. That sounded like a firework, yeah. I don't think that was like a shot, but it was like loud. It was different. Yeah, it was definitely an angle grinder, I think. Memorial Day fireworks. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Mm, how are people doing in SF? Um, I mean, people are more and more people are coming out. This might be my perfect opportunity to get out of SF for a little bit because I'm gonna I'm gonna rent a car tomorrow. And I haven't had a car in a minute. So I haven't yeah, I haven't had a car in a while actually. Look at this. I just got an e-bike fucking locked up outside. Oh, so you stole my bike, fool? Is anybody renting Teslas? No, no one's renting Teslas right now. There are people stealing skateboards at gunpoint. What do you mean people stealing skateboards at gunpoint? It was hot outside, yo. Oh my gosh, it was so hot today. How you renting the car from Hertz? How you know? Hertz giving cars away right now. They're like, hey, if you just keep paying us every month, you don't have to bring it back. Hertz is hurting right now, yo. I'm gonna go right down to Hertz. I'm thinking what they did was they could have had a truck, you know? But I don't know. I wasn't outside. Like, I really don't know. It was at 4th and Mission. Yep, at 4th and Mission. And like 4th and Mission is like, that's like a very busy street. Like there's always people on the corner. There's always like, I mean, there's always action going. Even with this pandemic going on, there's always like people walking into that Chipotle. The Starbucks across the street is open. The Starbucks downstairs at Target, it just opened back up today. So like, it was definitely people around. But I don't know. I probably just people just don't say anything. Yeah, you can fit a lot of e-bikes in a van. That's probably what they're doing, yo. Because they also know that there's like no one. They know that there's freaking less people in the city. So it's easy for them to get away. That's the new thing, because what people used to do in the city, I'm gonna tell you what people used to do in the city. They used to rob the tourists a lot. They used to break into the tourist cars, like over there in the tourist areas. They used to do that, but like now, there's no tourists in the city. I mean, tourists are starting to come back, but like there's not that many tourists in the city. So that probably messed them up. So like, and then there's more and more bikes now. Oh my gosh, dude. Today, like I've never seen as many bikes as I've seen in the city. I've never seen that many bikes in the city. Like even before the pandemic, so like I guess they're just getting more desperate for bikes. You go on websites, bikes are sold out, so bikes are just in high demand. It is. You guys are right. Bikes is a hot commodity. Maybe that's I should just start back to driving. Yeah, I should just start back to driving. I mean, gas is really cheap. You know, I mean, just write it off. I mean, come on. Like I don't care how expensive it is. So I'll still get a new bike, but the thing is, like, okay, put yourself in my situation. Okay, I really want you guys to give me an answer here. So my bike just got stolen today. Now I always lock it up there. I'm there every day, right? Like every day. Now I'm not gonna be there now. Like you'll probably, I probably won't go back there for a long time, right? But I used to always be there all the time, and in the area. People always know me on the bike, right? The guy with the red hair, right? So, for me to turn around and go buy a new bike and go pull back up there on Friday and lock it up in front, would that really be a smart idea? Even with a bigger lock? I mean, would that be a smarter idea? So this is what I'm thinking of. I'm not trying to just like start driving a car just because I want to be a little bitch and I want to be like, oh, they stole my bike. I don't want them to steal my bike again. I mean, I'm just really thinking like, I mean, even if I get bike insurance, okay? Even if I get bike insurance, right? It doesn't matter with bike insurance. Like, you still have to pay a deductible. You still have to go through the fact of, oh crap, I don't have a bike. Like, my day's ruined. Like, you know, you don't just like. Even if your bike gets stolen, if you bought another one, you're not gonna get it the same day, you know? So I'm just thinking like, I should probably just not ride a bike right now. I should probably just drive. I mean, there's no traffic on the street. It's much, much easier to park a car right now, so I don't have those two obstacles. I mean, it's safer, you know? I mean, it is less inconvenient, but I don't have to work in downtown. I can go work in Daly City. I can go work in Oakland. I can go work in different parts. I can cross the bridge. So what? Just cross the bridge, get out of the city. You know, there's probably someone like scoping me, someone watching me, you know? So that's kind of how I see it, you know? Like I said, it was a weird guy like sitting by my bike like earlier because I was there earlier today, like 11 o'clock or something. It was a weird guy sitting by my bike, like sitting like basically like this close up to my bike, right? And I was looking on his phone and he was looking at electric bikes. Like electric bikes just like mine. He wasn't looking at the Rad Power site, but he was looking at some other site, and I noticed that he was looking at electric bikes. So I don't know if he was price matching my bike to see what he can get for it, because that's what a lot of like homeless people do. They'll go whenever they want to go steal something, they'll go price match it. So basically, they'll go check it out. They'll go online. They'll go see how much it costs. They'll go see like, oh, this how you take this apart. They'll go watch YouTube videos. Like they get educated on this shit, and then they go like steal it, you know. You know, he probably went on the website, looked to see how much freaking charger was, looked at the bike, like see how much the bike was. Oh, I could probably get, you know, $300 for it. You know, I could probably get $400 for it. You know, or I could just probably take it apart and sell it. You know, I don't know, or maybe it wasn't that dude. Go to Fifth and Brandon. Fifth and Brandon. I mean, should I go up there right now? I'm trying to hit you up on Instagram. Oh, yeah, this is a hot spot too. But you know what, guys? There are so many freaking spots in the city like that, though. Like, all up and down Van Ness. It's like tents and little villages like that. Oh no, gosh, this is Target at 4th. I think it could have been that dude, yo. I mean, like I said, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it is, but he was definitely checking out bikes. Yeah, thieves always tagged him. For sure. For sure. I'm gonna go to the police station and file. I'm gonna file a police report in the morning. I just found out because I called the police station because I was trying to figure out how to do it online and I just couldn't figure out how to do it online. So I just I called the police station. They're like, yeah, you have to come do it in person. But I'm just gonna go do the police report really fast tomorrow, and I'm not gonna trip. Like I'm just gonna go rent a car, go get right back on the grind. You know, like tomorrow I'll make enough to freaking pay like a third of that bike. You know, like if I really get down going real good. Brick Lane, Market Street was a bike hotspot. Oh, they still a lot of bikes over there in London too. Were they still bikes for angle grinders in London? Like, is that a thing? But don't they have like cameras like everywhere in London? Like like China? Like I thought they had cameras like that. Like people don't steal bikes. Wow, there's a bunch of y'all in this stream right now. My bike got jacked, yo. No, I don't use more than one lock. But you know, like if you can cut one lock that fast, I mean, what's the difference of cutting 3 locks? Yep. It's a bummer. Dang. But yo, I'm not upset. I'm not tripping because I'm telling you, I may not know. I may end up like flipping the script on y'all. Y'all know I like to travel, and I've been stuck in San Francisco, and I've just been bored, just working all the time. Um, with a car, that may a lot of things may change. I may stop doing live streams, and I may actually have more entertaining videos to share with you guys. Like, I'm being real. So things could definitely change. I think maybe I'm thinking about possibly taking a road trip. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't necessarily think that he's gonna just go try to sell that bike, or whoever took it. I don't think that they're just gonna go try to sell it too fast on Craigslist, because like I already got like alerts and stuff. So like if anything of that nature is posted. But see, if they was really smart, what they would do is they would post it as a different bike. That's what they would. If they were smart, that's what they would do. They would post it as a different bike, because I'm gonna be searching for Rad Power bikes. But if he lists it with another name, and even put a different photo of the bike, and then when you go to check it out, like you see, oh yeah, oh it's a different bike. Like that's how another way they can sell a stolen bike online without the person like someone like me actually seeing it online. And there's like a bunch of people like in the city like looking. They're not like looking like they're gonna go like grab it, but there's a lot of people got their eyes out for it. Yeah, like I mean, just sharing it in some of these San Francisco groups can be very powerful, yo. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna get it back, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just a lot of people this is a small place. There's a lot of eyeballs around here, and if people know what to look for, they might notice it. And a lot of people have seen the bike. Like I haven't seen another bike like that with the baskets and the racks. Dude, it was so warm. I was literally cycling with no shirt on today in the city. And that's like crazy. Like you never cycle with no shirt on. Finally got you. Yep, they finally got me. I'll show you. I got a photo right here of it. All right. And there she go. She gone. Yep. Yep. Rest in peace. She was a good bike. Damn, Jay. These things are getting rough. Okay, so look, since I got enough of y'all in this stream, I'm gonna just go ahead and say something that I want to say about San Francisco. Now, some people may disagree with it, and some people may not disagree with it. Okay, but just hear me out. Okay, I know some San Francisco people may not want to hear this, but I mean, this a live stream, and guess what? We can go back and forth here. This is how I look at San Francisco. Okay. Before this pandemic started, it's expensive. People find it hard to make it here. It's lots of challenges, lots of homeless people. We got a lot of these crazy laws, which some of these laws are really, really good, but then there's like drawbacks sometimes, you know what I mean? It's a very, very liberal place, but then once again, that can kind of bite you in the ass sometimes, you know? San Francisco was just a great place, right? But then it changed and it got worse and worse over the years, and like people got displaced, and just things just got worse and worse and worse, right? And now we got this pandemic, and like everything's closed, and everything has been closed for what, going on 3 months now. 3 months. Okay, and it doesn't look like anything is gonna be opening up like back to normal anytime soon. Yeah, maybe more shops will open up where you'll do curbside, but curbside mean that I can't go into the store and I can't really choose what I want. I have to like order offline. Okay, maybe eventually that they'll let like a few people go into the store, but when is that gonna be? All right, and then also, what about the second wave? Okay, what about the second wave? So right now, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm calling San Francisco. I'm basically playing. San Francisco is the Titanic right now. Okay, the Titanic has already hit the iceberg. Okay. Now, when the Titanic hit the iceberg, it had hours before the boat sunk. Okay. Now, I'm not saying San Francisco is gonna sink like the Titanic, but hear me out, right? So, before the boat sunk, you had people, still on the boat, like playing music and serving cocktails and, laughing and smiling and just working and, doing their thing. Everything was cool, right? Everything was cool until the very end. All right. So that's how I look at San Francisco. Hey, this bad boy and just hit an iceberg. It's a Titanic. It just hit this iceberg. And right now, we still in first class. We still dancing, we still drinking, we still serving drinks, we still having a good time, right? The party's still going. The champagne is still flowing right now. But the whole idea for someone like me is, now, this is kind of a joke, okay? Hear me out. Like, I'm kind of trying to have that little humor to this. But my whole idea is to just grab a big bag of money and make it on one of them lifeboats. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I just had to, to put a little humor into that. But, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at San Francisco. Like, if you look at the history of the city, it goes through waves. It goes through waves where things are really, really good, and then it goes through waves where, like, things just, it's a little stagnant for a little bit, And with this pandemic, I think that it is going to start this little stagnant part of SF. Now, I didn't say that prices was going to go down. I didn't say things were going to get cheaper, but I think things could be a little stagnant for a little bit. Okay, especially with all these tech companies telling their workers, look, you can work from home forever. Okay, so you're gonna have more and more people leaving the city. And it's not going to be just tech companies. I think a lot of companies are going to start telling their workers you can work from home, meaning it's going to be less people coming to the city. So I'm already just thinking about, like, I've been thinking about my exit strategy for a minute. I've been thinking about how, like, a lot of times I'm in the city, I'm lonely. I think about how I spend hours on dating sites and I get like nowhere, And it's not just me. Like, I talk to other people and they find dating very difficult here too. And I talk to people that are not like me, people that are very different, and it's like the same situation. So I'm always thinking of an exit plan, a strategy, somewhere else to go. I just think that, is there going to be an earthquake that's going to happen soon? That's what I'm thinking. Like that could be the when the boat goes under the water, like, we dancing right now and the earthquake happens and then we just all fucked up. Like, I'm just thinking, like, move to Long Beach. What about Chicago? I don't know. Texas is damn high on the list, y'all. Skyscrapers converting to residents selling on the news. Are you serious? Are they gonna actually convert? Because that would be dope, yo. But then, would that really be cheap? But then, once again, I guess it would just be housing for people to live in. The end is new. Save yourself, black man. Taking that time out in Tennessee because ain't nothing happening in big of metropolis. Oh, I heard the pier caught on fire, yo. Yeah, Bay Area is crazy overpriced, yo. It's time to move. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not trying to, like, bash the city. Like, I'm totally not trying to bash the city. But, like, what do you say when... I mean, what do you say when you have someone come visit you and you guys go in a store and there's just people like stealing shit out of the store and it's just like, and then what do you tell them? Like, oh, that's just normal. Like, that's just what people do here. Like that. I mean, how is that a thing? Like, how is that a thing? I'm pretty sure that there's probably people in the East Bay. It's probably people in the East Bay, y'all, that are like, I need to go to the store and get something. And instead of just going to the store right over there, maybe they just drive to the city and they're like, yo, let's go to the city and just steal everything we need. You know, because we can just get away with it, you know? I don't know. Yeah, it's a good question. What would I do? Get out of the U.S. Come to Africa. What day after use? I use Facebook dating. Facebook dating has to be the worst, yo. Actually, my rent's not that much. That's kind of why I'm still here. Well, the thing about the real estate, I don't necessarily think that it's gonna crush the real estate. Because buying houses, I think like housing is gonna still be expensive here. I could see maybe the rental coming down, not too much, but like coming down a little bit. What environment sounds you hear around your apartment? It sounds like someone has a car and they're jamming their speakers. Hong Kong or Singapore? Singapore, because Hong Kong is no more. Homeless getting to live in a hotel during the pandemic. Some of them. Some of them. But guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I want to tell y'all something. San Francisco is so many people that fight for homeless, like the fight for the homeless rights. But you gotta look at it like the way the city looks at it, right? The city don't have hotel rooms. The city can get hotel rooms, but the city have to pay for hotel rooms, right? The city just don't have hotel rooms. The city don't own hotels. They're not in the business of hotels. They'll have to pay for hotels, right? Now, if the city, okay, let's say tomorrow, let's say tomorrow, magically, every single homeless person in the city, now this would never happen because a lot of homeless people do not want to go to a shelter. They do not want to go to a hotel because at a hotel you're under supervision, and they might want to go for a walk. They might want to go wander, go adventure. Well, you can't do that when you're in a hotel. You got to stay there. So there's a lot of people that don't want to go to a hotel because they can roam, they can panhandle, get money, they can go find stuff, sell stuff, So the city looks at it like, if we just, okay, think about it. If they just magically took all the homeless people off the street tomorrow, magically, and tomorrow night, no homeless people are on the street. You know what would happen the next day? The next day, that would be like breaking news all over the world. Like, I'm telling you, villages in Africa would hear about that. Like, this would be remarkable. The following day, it would be homeless people from everywhere, okay? Because now homeless people have figured out, look, if I can get to San Francisco, they can take care of me and put me in a hotel room. So, question, what do you think the city should do? Because there are literally people out there that says the city should take care of homeless people. If more homeless people come to the city should take care of them just because they're still homeless. They just came from somewhere else. And it's like, okay, so what do we do once we run out of hotel rooms? Then what do we do? Do we put them in your apartment? Since you are for homeless rights, do we put them in your apartment? I mean, you gotta ask yourself. You actually have to ask yourself this question. People aren't thinking about this. People are just thinking about, yo, we can't have these homeless people on the street. Yo, but check this out. A lot of them don't want to be inside. Yo, you can't smoke crack inside of a hotel room. They ain't gonna let you do that. They'll let you smoke weed in there, but they ain't gonna let you smoke crack in there, yo. They'll probably let you shoot up heroin. San Francisco will probably they'll probably give you the fucking heroin. Okay, they'll probably give you the weed. Like, it was an article where they were actually giving them marijuana and alcohol, but it didn't come from it did not come from taxpayer money. The stuff was donated, but the city was actually providing them substance. Okay, but like I say, you can't smoke crack in there, and you also you can't leave and go get crack. So a lot of homeless people do not want to be locked up in a hotel room, because to them a hotel room is just like going to jail. Because they can't do what they want to do. They can't get what they can get. It's the city workers. German thought someone folks fucking crack in a hotel room. I don't know. Homeless people don't walk up the hills, move to higher ground. Well, no, that's just where I'm gonna park the car. I mean, dude, my neighborhood, like, it's way too hot to park a car, yo. Like, way too hot. Like, you have to leave the glove box open. Like, have to leave the trunk open and shit. I have to leave the seats down so people can see you ain't got nothing in the trunk. Like, you gotta leave the armrest open. Like, this neighborhood way too hot. Maybe I'll go to Nashville or Austin. Austin sounds like it would be a dope place, but it sounds like it would be so goddamn hot. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, is it cheap to live in Austin? Like, cheaper to live in Austin? I'm just gonna check something about Austin real fast. Austin. Um, so many tents. During Corona, I hardly touch my bike. Drugs can't kill them. But when you have someone like, you're right, drugs can kill them. I mean, it's sad, yo. You gotta move to the suburbs. I know homeless out there. I'm probably just gonna be around the peninsula. Peninsula. I'll probably be around the peninsula. Someone blocked you, Rob? I don't see you. Alex said someone blocked him too. Yeah, they break car windows so much in SF too. I saw a car today. They broke two windows out. Like both sides, they broke two windows out, and looked like they like went through the car, you know, because like the glove box was all open and stuff. I don't think the people are necessarily locked into the hotel rooms, but I think that they're like they sort of don't let them leave, but they're not necessarily locked in them. They just tell them like, look, you can't be going anywhere. You got to stay in here in quarantine, because that's what it's doing. Like you're quarantining, so they want you to be away from people, you know. And with a lot of the homeless people, that can be kind of hard because a lot of them they socialize all day. So to go to a hotel and be by yourself in a room for like 2 weeks, you know, when you're quarantined, I don't know if all of them are quarantined. Some may just be living in a hotel and they don't have the virus or anything. So I don't think they would have to isolate as much. Will strong police enforcement in the crisis? I don't think strong police enforcement will, because I think they would have to change the laws. I think they would have to make the crimes much stiffer, because even if the guy was caught that stole my bike, like he wouldn't get in trouble. Like basically, like it would just be like a slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? Like that would be considered like a small crime. Like he wouldn't really get in trouble. This is kind of how it is here. But if you made that crime, I mean, if you made that crime more of a larger penalty, like okay, if you steal a bike, you can, you know, they just made it very very strict. Like I don't want to give an example because I don't want to sound too harsh. But like let's just say okay, you steal a bike, you're looking at 3 years minimum. Okay. Now that might change some people from stealing a bike. They may say, well, damn, I might do better off stealing a car versus a bike, you know? If they made bike laws very, very strict like that, you know? Because, like, it happens so much. But I don't think they care, because it's just a big city. Like I'm just gonna buy another one, you know? Like I'm just gonna stimulate the economy, you know. They don't care. Well, because a lot of people, why can't the homeless just use the hotel to apply for gig work and make money? I'm gonna tell you guys something. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but there are a lot of people who simply do not want to work. Okay? They do not want to work. So if there are jobs out there, they just don't want to do the jobs because they just don't want to work. There are a lot of people out there. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to give you the perfect example. In this pandemic right now, I know a lot of people that could be working, but they're not working because they're getting unemployment money. Or I know people that have a job. Now, I totally agree with this one. I know people that have a job. They could be working at their job, but they're not because they're getting unemployment money and they're getting more money. So it kind of makes sense. But once again, they could be working, but they're not working. So like, that's just kind of how it is. There's plenty of people that can be working, but they just don't want to work, and they can get away with not working. Dude, it was hot today in SF. I see. Austin is so expensive. No, Austin is more expensive now. Probably because so many people moved there. SF to Nashville, Austin, no, Germ. I don't know. I'll probably just move out of the U.S. I mean, ideally, what I wish I could do is just keep working here for a couple more months, and hopefully this pandemic rolls away, and I can just leave the country. And then I don't have to look for another place to live in the U.S. I can just go leave the country for like a couple months, 2-3 months or so, and then come back and stay for a couple months, make some money, and then take off again. Um, and just don't have a place. It's important not to rent a car. Why do you say that? Wow, yo. Um, wow, there's a lot of well, I got a lot of messages here. There's a guy on here. He's like he has like multiple friends today in SF. Their bikes got stolen. Like multiple people that he know, their bikes got stolen today in SF. So yo, it is a hot commodity, like y'all said. Yeah, but the thing about an electric skateboard, I um, can't exactly have groceries with that one. A lot of homeless people are veterans. Yeah, but it's a lot of like very young homeless people here in SF. Like not all of them are old. Like a lot of them are young. It's a lot of mental illness too. It's a lot of like schizophrenia. It's a lot of people. They be doing that shit. You be like, you be walking down the street. You hear people screaming. You hear people screaming like crazy, like, ah, you get away from me, get away from me. And it's like there's no one even around them. You see people crossing the street and shit. I don't know, like people aren't gonna leave. Like I think I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of this neighborhood. I'm getting tired of this. Like I should probably like go live in like the outer sunset or something. Something that ain't too hot. I currently do not have a job interview tomorrow. Oh, that's good. I didn't block you. I didn't block anyone. So, like, if y'all are getting blocked, like, I don't know who's doing it. But it did happen in the TL. Like, once again, my bike did not get stolen in the TL. It got stolen in Somo. The TL, it probably wouldn't have got stolen in the TL because a lot of the people in the TL, they're not the type of people that steal bikes, yo. A lot of those people are getting fucked up all day. And if you're getting fucked up all day, you ain't walking around with an angle grinder in your backpack trying to steal a bike. Think about it. Like that's somebody that's a little bit more sophisticated. That's somebody that's like, ooh, I know how to get this bike. People I'm gonna tell you something. People in the TL, you know the type of the crimes people in the TL do? Them the type of folks that's like, oh yeah. Them the type of folks that'll like see somebody walking through and they'll just jack them. Like they ain't gonna have no freaking, they ain't gonna have no tools. They just gonna jack you, you know? And if you're black, chances are they probably won't jack you before they'll jack someone else. And especially if they see you around there a lot, like they see me around there, like a lot of those people they probably won't bother me, you know? But, you know, you get outside of the TL, you know, you don't, and another thing about the TL, I don't see as many bikes in the TL. Like tents with bikes. In Soma, that's where you see a lot of bikes. That's where you see a lot of bikes and tents. Okay, I'm talking about lots of bikes. Like you will see like 20 bikes outside of a tent, and they're like all taken apart and shit, missing seats and missing wheels, and they just stacked all up, right? You know that's you see that in Soma. You don't see that in the TL, because in Soma, like they probably just steal like all the bikes they can and just bring them back to their spot and just take them apart, you know. I'm pretty sure they use an angle grinder. Like I got the lock right here. Actually, I'll show you the lock. Here's the lock right here. Yep, you can tell I use the angle grinder too. I'm telling you, they do it all the time in the city, yo. But that's cool. Like now, like I'm just gonna drive a car. You know, I tried to like do my part and like be green and like you know take a bike and like not have a car. You know, and like save money and not buy gas. But for me to do all of that, it wouldn't really cost me that much more because all of that is things I can just write off on taxes, right? So like at the end of the day, like not exactly losing. Like, I think I'm kind of winning from this situation. As crazy as that sound, I think I'm kind of winning just because now, like I say, like I'll have a car and I can leave the city. Yeah, but you definitely don't need no AC right now. You say get a moped, but a moped ain't gonna. They'll steal a moped around here. Oh, I definitely got my money out of the bike for sure. I mean, I got my money out of the bike within like what 2 months or something. I got the bike in December. By the end of January, the bike had already paid for itself. So now it's just like you know, mopeds are hard to store. Yeah, I'm trying to be positive about it because, I mean, what else am I gonna do? Oh, what else am I gonna do? Or just buy a new one. It sucks, but I hope it happens. But look for me to do different things coming up. I'll probably get the heck out of the city for a little bit now. What's your cash app? You want my cash app? I'll put it up here. I mean, you don't have to cash app me, but like, since you asked for it, I'll put it up here. But you don't have to. What, you gonna hack my cash app? I only have like $3,000 in here. Ooh. What is going on? I can't find my cash app. Oh, here it is. You gonna... That is Jermaine on the cash app. Okay, so the thing about, I mean, I could just pay for a parking spot. I don't want to get back on the boosted because it's gonna draw too much attention. It's time for me to be in a car, and it's time for me to work in a different neighborhood. I'm just gonna like get out of this neighborhood for a little bit. Put it like this, guys. I might actually start making Instacart videos. they might just be popping up soon. Okay. The second most cropper. Post popper. Time for a new set. Well, guess I need a new bike. Yeah, I was actually on a delivery. Instacart's mad hot. Instacart is hot. New background? No, it's the same background. I haven't got a background yet. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. I'm really like no, this has nothing to do with the bike, okay? I don't want people to think just because the bike got stolen like I'm tripping. But I was thinking about this before the bike got stolen, and now the bike is sort of pushing it, and is sort of pushing it to like a new reality, okay? So I'm really thinking about like just like getting out of the city for a little bit, like getting out, and then now like since I'm gonna have a car, like it's gonna be like perfect timing, and I'm like, yo, where should I go? Should I go to LA? But like so many places are closed too. I gotta go someplace where things are open. NYC. We need to keep in mind off of work. It's the crap up. Go to Vegas. Is Vegas like back open? Vegas is still closed. Vegas is gonna open like soon, right? You think? I was thinking about a cross country road trip. I was thinking about, and I could work cross country too. Florida is like, I mean, if I go all the way to Florida, I would just go to New York. I mean, come on, that would be a long way to trek to get to Florida. Come to Joburg. I'd love to come to Joburg. $35 an hour on Uber Eats is legit, yo. $35 an hour is dope on Uber on Caviar. I mean on Uber Eats. Maybe I'll freaking drive to New York, yo. You know how dope that would be to drive to New York? I mean, I couldn't be running the Shopify store though. Hawaii would be good. Would definitely have a lot of content for the videos, yo. I would definitely have a lot of content for the videos. Maybe I might just pop out and do a road trip. But if I'm gonna do this, it's gonna happen like really fucking fast, yo. Because I'm gonna need it to happen really fast. So what about Northern California? I don't know, guys. I'll probably just go with the flow. Ventura. I wonder, anybody, I have any friends in Ventura? Santa Maria. Sorry, I'm gonna look over in 1 second. Miami. It's because of the pandemic. Well, there's less people in the city because of the pandemic for sure. So with less people in the city, that makes the city more dangerous actually. That makes the city more dangerous because there's less people on the street. Like someone can easily do something and there's just not as many people around. Sometimes with people around, it'll stop people from doing stuff. Just because they'll think, oh yeah, what if they film me, or what if they're a cop, or I don't think people ever think that, you know. Is Jermaine gaining weight? You need to leave SF. I think, yeah, maybe I'll go to Santa Barbara. I think maybe I do need to leave SF. Like, as bad as that sound, as much as I don't want to do it, it could actually be a really good idea. It could be a really good idea because things are not, I mean, things aren't good here. I just go south. That's what I want to do. I want to just go somewhere south. Well, I don't know, the East Bay or something. Like, I want to stay close. Is it 70 degrees in Santa Barbara? Are you for real? Home is Memphis. Yeah, you do need a key, but you can always get another key to start a rat bike. Come to LA, let's kick it. I'm thinking maybe they could have had a truck, you know? After I get the police report, they can maybe look at the cameras at the store. Would you consider Oklahoma, Idaho, or Montana? I don't know if would consider any of those places, but you never know. This is the lock. If you want to see it, they just cut it like that with like an angle grinder. Cause it's so smooth. It's not one piece. It's like multiple pieces. I mean, I kind of want to stay here because SF is like, it's a good place to make money, especially during this whole pandemic bullshit. I probably will just stay here. Just drive, you know. And just try not to work downtown. That's probably why there's so many orders, because people don't want to work downtown, because downtown's so sketchy. There's so many freaking orders downtown. Stay home till the pandemic is over. I think I would eventually jump out of this window or something. You should try to move to San Mateo. That's really close. It's really close. But I'm gonna be honest. Like, if I don't have a bike, and if I'm not using a skateboard, it's pointless for me to live right here in this neighborhood. Like, it is completely pointless. So what that means is, I'm gonna just be rushing out of here just as fast as I moved in. And I actually never thought I would say something like that. I never thought I would say that, because I always thought I wanted to live like in the middle, you know? But I mean, like I said, I just don't see the city opening up anytime soon. And since I don't see the city opening up anytime soon, it just makes me wonder, like, well, I gotta think about, like, if it's not gonna be opening up anytime soon, that means that things could actually get worse around here. And I gotta think about that, you know? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I am gonna buy a new one, but once again, like, am I just gonna leave it, like, and lock it up in front of the same spot where it just got stolen? I was at Target. Trader Joe's, it probably would have been safer because at Trader Joe's they had that security guard. There was a security guard that sat out there. Maybe I should just get another bike and just lock it up at that Trader Joe's. People live like we're in a war. I mean, you don't get it. Like, they're people, those people are in a war. Like, they're trying to survive, you know? Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, it is messed up. Guess what? This is that person that always call me when I'm doing live stream. So they can try to mess up the live stream. Well, like, check this out. When I answer the phone, let's see what they say. Hello? Yo, you interrupted my live stream. I got it on speakerphone. Hello? Why won't you say anything? Why won't you say anything? I mean, you call me no caller ID and you don't say anything. I mean, at least entertain us because I got you on a live stream right now. Come on, entertain us. Come on, can I talk dirty to you? Can you talk dirty to me? Can you tell me a horror story? Can you tell me your wildest dream? Can you tell me something special? I mean, can you tell me something that you don't like about society? Can you tell me something about the mass media that you disagree with? Can you tell me one particular country that you wish to travel to at some point of your life? Or would you just want to hold the... See, people have no life. That's why I don't live stream outside, because I'm just going to get freaks that's going to call me like that. Like, it's so weird. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for them to call me back, but I got my phone on Do Not Disturb. I want to see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they even call back. That's what, yeah, it's one of those people. How did he get my number? I have no idea how you get my number, yo. It's probably a creep, dude. I don't know how he got my number, yo. I don't know how people get my number, dude. I mean, I give my number to people sometimes, but I don't just usually just give it randomly. He could be looking at my window, but I doubt he's looking at my window. Oh, yo. I'm just laughing. It's one of those women just call the police on some black dude. I can't wait to like hear the black media talk about her, yo. Another one. Y'all know black media always talk about that whenever like people call the police on black people. It'd be so funny, yo. I mean, it's not funny when it happens, but like just the reaction and what people got to say behind it. That junk gonna keep it going. I get so many scammers calling me, yo. Like if your number's not saved in my phone, I'm not gonna answer it. Like, bottom line, because I get so many freaking scam callers. It's funny until it's you. I mean, it was me. What a month ago at Safeway, they thought I was stealing shit, and I'm like, no, bro, I'm not stealing anything, dude. You just profiling. Did you see me take anything? Like, you didn't see me take anything. So if you didn't see me take anything, why you approaching me? If you didn't see me take anything, you assuming, and you can't do that. Like you can't do that, right? You can't just say like I took something and you didn't see me take anything. It doesn't work that way, you know. Okay, so don't I have another bike coming? Okay. I had another bike coming. And then after I fixed my bike, I canceled that bike. But for some reason, I still bought a gift card from Rad Power, like $1,000 gift card. So I guess I'm just gonna use the gift card to buy a new bike with. No luck right now. It got stolen from fourth and Mission. It got stolen, locked up. Like, yeah, locked up. I don't know. I'm gonna probably cut my locks soon. Not cut them like off, but like switch them up. This is so cool, y'all. I'm just about to be all over the city now. You ain't gonna catch me no more. They still have Scoot. I don't know. The thing with Scoot is I do not like to put that damn tight ass helmet on my head. So I do not do Scoot. And this was before I had dreadlocks. I did not like to put the helmet on my head. I just did not like to do it. Like I didn't have no hair back then. And now I got like all this hair. Like, you think I'm gonna stick that helmet on my head? Oh, hell no. Well, it's not necessarily a lock because these people have angle grinders in their backpack, and you can cut through pretty much any lock with an angle grinder, and they're battery operated, so you don't need a cord. So you really can't protect yourself against that one. I mean, there are things you can do to make it harder for them to take the bike. For example, you can use a chain. And a chain, they can still cut a chain, but it takes longer to cut a chain because the chain be jumping around and all that. So, yeah. Not even bolt cutters, yo. Because bolt cutters, to cut a lock like that, you're gonna need longer bolt cutters. You're gonna need longer ones. And that would be sticking out of a backpack. But if you had an angle grinder, you can easily stick an angle grinder in a backpack. I mean, that's the only thing you got in there, you know? I mean, you can even switch out the batteries. I know, that's why I'm getting the rental car, because, like, getting a new bike right now is, like, a freaking disaster, yo. There's so many people getting e-bikes. No, it's not bolt cutters, yo. Because if you walking around the city with bolt cutters, yo, you can't be walking around the city with bolt cutters, yo. Like, you just can't be doing that. Because, like, you can be stealing bikes. Like, you can't do that one. But with an angle grinder, you can completely hide it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's an angle grinder. Where are you gonna park the rental? I'm not gonna tell you guys where I'm gonna park because damn. Whatever car I'm gonna have, people are gonna see it and people are gonna know because people know where I live. So I'm gonna have to, like, I guess I'm gonna have to, like, get a parking spot, right? Because I can be parking on the street because people are gonna know what car it is because people know me. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Maybe I'll just get the car and go on a little road trip. Shit. Fuck. Well, I mean, I could just get a parking spot. Like, it'll just be another $300 more a month. But, I mean, I don't really care because instead, that's just money I can write off on taxes. Before, I wasn't gonna write that off on taxes. I was gonna pay that in taxes because I didn't have that to write off. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, but someone in the city walking around with a snow bag is gonna look suspicious, especially when you're homeless. You know what I mean? Now I'm assuming only homeless people are gonna do it. I'm thinking what probably happened is someone, maybe they had a truck. Um, Maybe they had a truck or maybe they had a van. Because a lot of times it could be vans. Someone pull up and like, if they pull up and there was like people on this side of the street and they pull the van here and the bike's here, they can sort of block it so the people over there can't see from that angle and they can do their dirty work here, you know? Did I get a call back? Yo, anyone watching this live stream that has my phone number? Anyone, if you're watching this live stream and you have my number, give me a call really fast. I want to see if it rings. Because I saw something on YouTube it was like how to stop people from interrupting your live streams, and I want to see if this worked. Because I'm not getting any notifications now. So I'm getting notifications, but they're not interrupting. I don't know if anyone has my number. Oh, are you talking about that lock that's like this big on YouTube? Because if it's that big, of course they're not going to be able to cut it. But a lock that big, the problem you're going to have is what are you going to lock it up to? And you got to think about this too. If you have a lock that big, if someone wants to steal your bike, they may not cut the lock. They may cut the thing that the bike is locked up to because that might be easier to cut. And now they still got the bike, but they got this big ass lock on the bike that they could cut off the bike later, you know, at a later location, at a later place, you know, not on the street. So just because you have a really, really good lock, they may cut the bike rack with the angle grinder. Yeah, they could cut the bike rack with the angle grinder. So like I may have a really expensive chain. And maybe they don't want to cut the chain. But they can just cut the rack. And then what are you gonna do? I mean, now you gotta lock it up to a really big pole, you know? And then now they gotta go back to cutting I mean, it's a when you really think about it, it's a lose-lose situation. You can have the biggest lock, you can have the biggest chain. Well, now they're just gonna cut what you lock it up to. Yeah, but the thing about a GPS tracker is a GPS tracker still doesn't stop it from getting stolen. A GPS tracker helps you to retrieve it after it's stolen. Okay? So, you know, you still got to go through the process of finding that bad boy. And then alarms in the city are just pointless. They're completely pointless. They're completely pointless because a lot of the electric scooters have alarms on them. And whenever the alarm go off, no one pays it any attention because no one owns it. I mean, if someone goes steals a Lime scooter, no one's going to care. And if you did call up police and say, hey, there's a guy stealing Lime scooters, the police is not going to come. Not for stealing Lime scooters. You know, they're going to be like, oh, well, no one owns those. Like, no one's going to take the hit. It's a lose-lose situation, y'all. How about a shitty bike people don't want to steal? Well, that is an option. Why don't you insure your motorized bike? I could insure it. I could insure the bike. But I kind of look at it like it's just a part of doing business. It's just a part of doing business, yo. Like, I'm just gonna have to pay the insurance deductible, and then I'll get a new bike, and then it'll probably get stolen again. You know? Yeah, but the problem with motorcycles is you can't bring a motorcycle inside. So you have to leave it out on the street, which means it can get stolen, or it can get knocked over, or it can get vandalized, or... So a motorcycle's not exactly the one either. Boo! I'm not gonna trip you. I'm gonna end the stream because I'm kind of tired. Yeah, I'm just gonna just chill. Get ready to go to sleep. Watch some YouTube videos or something. I don't know. Man, there's a bunch of y'all in this stream. Should I just keep streaming? I'm trying to see if this works. That person then called me back. Maybe I should change my phone number. I haven't changed my phone number in so long. It's been like so long. I think I want to change it. And then that person will never be able to call me again. Because I wouldn't give my phone number to anyone. Like, for real, I wouldn't even give it to my family. I wouldn't give it to no one. I would be like, yo, if you want to talk to me, you call me on Facebook Messenger. Any plans on getting a motorized skateboard? I don't know. Oh, the stock market. Yeah, as we are 2 hours and 48 minutes into this video, let's talk about the stock market. I was just gonna talk about it because today was closed, so there's no action going on in the market. But I don't know, guys. I think the market is like, it seems to be really, really high with the unemployment rate the way it is, and it just makes me think that like, I think it's gonna go down again. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna go down tomorrow or this week, but it just don't seem to be too right, yo. It just don't seem to be too right now. Invest in oil is cheap. Oil is really cheap, but like it's like the Nasdaq just recovered like basically all of its gains when people were like losing their jobs left and right, you know. Yeah, what do you think about crypto? Crypto, like people aren't running to crypto, you know. I used the GoPro. Yeah, I used the GoPro. All right, so dude, I'm excited, yo. Tomorrow, I'm excited. I'm just gonna do some different stuff. I'm gonna make some different content tomorrow. Have I ever done Amazon Flex? Maybe I should sign up for Amazon Flex, actually. Maybe I should sign up for Amazon. Check. I would show you the camera, but I'm actually filming this live stream on the GoPro, so I can't show it to you. Amazon Flex. Maybe I'll check out Amazon. So with Amazon, do you just like go there and deliver it, or you shop? You just go deliver it, right? Oh, let's do Amazon. Yeah, Amazon Flex. Pretty dope. Ooh. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is insane rich, yo. Old rich dude. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm tired. Like, it's been a long day. Like, I had some ups and downs today. And I gotta figure out what am I gonna do with my car. Because you guys all know I'm gonna have a freaking car now. So I gotta get creative. What I'll do is just get the booster board fixed and I'll stash my car somewhere around. Or get a parking spot. I'll probably just get a parking spot. But anyway, I'm out. I never did Amazon Flex. But I'll talk to y'all on another stream, okay? Alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Peace out, yo.